Golden Age is back. Isaac's on the mic. Cultural crusade. Politics get torched in the fight. Savage themes drop hard, outrageously offensive. Bassy generation, loud and unrelenting. Golden Age, it's the podcast blaze. Isaac's rants cut through the haze. Crusades alive, memes collide. Subscribe now, join the savage tribe. Takes weekly, unfiltered and raw. Isaac's voice, the memer's law.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Let's go. Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, panel, for being here. We're having an emergency special episode of the Golden Age podcast. This is a crazy day. X is on fire right now.
Happening? Yeah, I don't know.
We got some news to talk about. Yeah. And before we check in with chat, how are you guys doing? Cornboy, thank you for being here last minute.
As always, I'm happy to come on and, join the panel. Hail, everyone.
Absolute pleasure being here. I got ballerinas here in 40 minutes. Nerd Slap Tech.
We're going. Thank you for
emergency stream.
Yo Pops, Nerd Slap. We'll do outros. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Last second. We're going to get right into the subjects first. Let's check in with chat real quick. I see we got Just JK. We got Breezy's. We got Alex. We got everybody. This gay guy, whoever he is. So let's get into
to hold the chat. Who are you behind?
I almost said the F word.
If you guys don't know, which I think you do know, Elon and President Trump had a relationship issue today. Little breakup, little news, minor disagreement.
Little spat going on.
I can't believe it.
The world is melting.
What's little X gonna think? He's gonna be heartbroken. He's not gonna get to see Unky Trump no more.
He doesn't see Unky Trump anymore. That's sad, man. So, speaking of that, it's interesting that with some of these allegations we were talking about, interesting that Elon would allow his children around him. But we'll get into that. So, with Babylon Bee, as always, we have to start out with this. From an hour ago, Trump torches Tesla dealership. So, just saying. That's just saying. I think that's some excellent satire right there. But damn, that is crazy.
I was seeing what someone posted the news today, and it was that first day of Trump's presidency with the Trump Hotel and the Cybertruck on fire from an incident, an unknown incident that was not looked into very much. Yeah, that actually describes it quite well.
Slightly.
And Elon gives him a Tesla, and then a month later, he's out of there.
Yeah, I wouldn't drive that if I was him. So a couple more quick satirical things.
Computer.
Yeah, but it's all computer. It says here from the, but I helped you win, and this gives you power over me. I don't think so.
I know, and then the pettiness started coming out, and then that's when it's like, that makes it hard to back you, Elon.
All that Elon is the president eventually worked, I guess.
Exactly. So that's tough. We got two more quick little funnies, and then we're going to get into the serious stuff. This is, if you've ever seen Goodfellas, Elon getting called into the Oval Office.
Oh, no.
It's like,
he was sitting on his ass cheek the whole way over here.
I'm looking for plastic.
Yeah. So that's kind of a perfect little meme right there. And then one last from one of our very own friend.
Trump hired so many losers his first term, and then he gets Elon, and that's who he actually calls out.
It's rough, man. It's
dumb.
Rough.
Bro.
So we got Xi Jinping. Bro, you seeing this? Yeah, hold up. Got a line. So.
I did this with Hayden. Because Hayden DM'd me, and he was like, I've been on the road all day. So I was like, so do you know? Do you know?
I was texting my friend, too. He was like,
today.
Watching this. Oh, it's crazy. It's like high school drama, except not. So
the fate of the world might be hanging in the balance.
Yeah, richest man and most powerful man.
Okay, so
This
as far as
leads you to wonder where this came from.
so as far as I know, look, like the first tweet I saw when I woke up in the morning, I just scroll X real quick,
Yes.
right? And the first thing I saw was that it was something about Trump taking away like EV mandate, something about EV vehicles. He's getting them out of there.
That
or
was
something like
that was a while back.
No.
That seemed to kick
Okay.
it off. The difficulty
Well,
between.
Elon coming out and saying if you voted for the BBB, you're the worst, and you know you're the worst. That was what
Right.
truly kicked this all
That's
off.
when it became.
What is that? DBBB? Or
The
what
big,
are you saying?
beautiful
Bill.
black bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was the big kickoff, and there's been a lot of.
Well, I mean, if you
mudslinging
took a
over it.
pause from your billion-dollar companies to save the government some money, and they come out here and they're like, we're going to add $2.5 trillion to our debt.
That's it. Fair
What
point.
was I doing this whole 6 months here of my life that I can't get back now?
So you're saying he feels a sense of ownership over it, like kind of I'm somewhat entitled to seeing the rewards of my
But,
labor, you know.
Then he gets super petty though, and is like, he only won because of me, which is like true and whatnot. But the problem is his opposition to the
I
big
don't
black
think so. I
beautiful. So his opposition to the bill is because there's too much spending, not enough cuts, because he wants all the Doge cuts. But we're all still living in the world where we thought he was going to do like the $1 trillion of cuts, but it's only like 180 bill of cuts, and it's probably like actually going to be less than that. So what he actually managed to find a cut compared to what's actually in the bill, especially with the new like CBO numbers,
Yeah.
it's pretty
He
similar.
feels pretty betrayed.
No,
Yes.
but it's pretty darn similar to the same. It's going to do the same amount of cuts as he is doing.
But it's
So his
not his
complaints-
name attached to it. It's not his name attached to it.
His
though.
complaints about the bill aren't as well founded and don't have as many receipts as I would prefer. But I understand why everyone wanted to side with Elon to be mad at Republicans because, yeah, they are worthless
Right.
idiots.
And speaking of that brings up a very fair point. I should pull this up. The Democrats did have something to say about this, and this is one part that really is concerning to me. Yeah.
I didn't see this one come. This was already getting crazy. When I saw this one, I went, I don't think that's real.
I mean, this is what
No.
happens when you pretty much have full control of the government and you send the president 5 bills in his first 6 months.
So, guys, this is the official, real Democrat account. This is official. This is not a meme. This is the 2.3 million real verified Democrat account. And they're saying, bro, kill the bill and release the Epstein files. And the top reply here is like, you sure more than half your party will go down? You realize that, right?
Dude, these Democrats,
Yeah.
They would do it. Yeah, they would do
They
it.
will
If Trump's
say-
name was on that.
Do it.
they
on
would
that
cut
list.
they would cut off their cut off your nose to spite your face is the term, I
Right.
believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That so they don't. It makes me wonder. I mean, what do you guys think of that?
I find it
It's-
funny that
They know it's an empty throat.
that now they're talking about releasing the Epstein files and stuff like there's no consistency with these people. They're God, they just
whatsoever.
wherever the wind blows, these guys just float around.
Did they take the bait or you know what is
Is
the
this like
thought process?
4D,
I
5D
agree.
chess by Trump or something?
No,
I don't
no,
know.
The
No,
intern,
it's just that
the intern who runs that social media account is getting Arkansas tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Hillary Clinton will be there soon.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
has-
we're gonna
he
find him
has
with 3
information.
holes in the back of his head.
I
So,
do think
well-
though that they hate him enough to where they would sacrifice any number of their own party
Hold on to the
members.
sun.
Yeah,
all
they've
the
already
time.
done that. They've already done that. You know.
I'm saying like they'll keep doing it until
Oh, yeah.
that's how much they hate him is they will keep doing it until it.
I agree. Well, they will say anything counter to anything Trump wants at this point. Anything. Trump can say, go drink water, and they're going to say, stop drinking water right now. It's what they do.
they'll
So
be
this
on the
is what
10
we're to
to
expect from
20%
them.
support side wherever Trump lies on the 80 to 90%.
Every single time. And here is the timeline of events documented by Drama Alert, which, whatever, this just receipts right here. So President Trump versus Elon Musk starting on May 28th. So we're going to do a quick rundown of where this kicked off and what led us to today. So
The goodbye was so good. They did a successful goodbye. He had a success. He left successfully, and then he made that
agree.
freaking tweet about the BBBBBB.
he just couldn't keep it to himself. So here, May 28th, you can see As my scheduled time as a special government employee comes to an end, I would like to thank President Trump for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending. The Doge mission will continue to strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government. That's a wonderful goodbye, I think. I think that is just perfect.
They did like a
lining.
little like ceremony and like did things for the camera and stuff. It all went well. Everyone was happy.
But then moving down 6 days later,
And then
we have Elon Musk attacks Trump-backed Big Beautiful Bill. So says, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. So
He's not exactly wrong. There's a lot of bills like this. That
there
Every
is.
bill has been like that for the last 30 years.
He makes a valid point. I think there is a lot of pork in it.
How we got in this mess.
Question: has this bill? Is it passed the? Has it gone to the Senate? Has it already passed the Senate to the?
Senate's making revisions.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
getting marked to all hell. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going to go back to a house that barely passed it to begin with. So
Yeah, we're like pretty like neck and neck with Democrat Republicans as far as the House goes, right? So like what,
Both of them
one
are.
or two.
Pretty split right now. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to
So,
make sure this is the one that's like gonna do the no tax on overtime tips and all that stuff, right? Okay, just making sure.
There are
Trump-
good things in it. Yes.
Trump keeps lying about the Social Security thing, though. They're not getting rid of the tax on that. They're just doing like an extra tax deduction or something. And he
Get
keeps
rid of
saying that it's in there. And they need to do
That's
that
not
if they want to keep the people happy. You keep the boomers happy because they're the ones who vote, and you stop taxing their Social Security because that is insane.
For some reason, they're voting blue in more and more quantities the last couple of cycles.
So that's something that certainly needs to be addressed. Call balls and strikes wherever they may be. And that's a losing issue. The Social Security thing. That should not be taxed. Really, no income should be taxed, but it's taxing a tax that you were already taxed. You paid taxes on your income already. Then you have to pay it on Social Security. It makes no sense. So let's just see real quick from June 5th. Trump responds to Elon Musk's criticism of the bill, says Elon is upset that the EV mandate is being cut. So not only is he criticizing his criticism of the bill, but he's redirecting it towards the EV mandate. So let's just see real quick from his own words what he has to say. What were you going to say?
A lot of the media was pushing that as well. I saw that a lot about how, Elon just doesn't like it because of the mandate. So I think whoever stirred that up may be responsible for how this exploded so poorly.
Could
Well,
be.
they may have interpreted that too, open to
Because I've seen multiple posts from Elon all along saying that, get rid of it. We can make a profit without him here at Tesla.
I have seen him say that as
Correct.
well. Yeah, so Trump saying this is very interesting. Let's see what he has to say.
But if they picked him, I would have won Pennsylvania. I won it by a lot. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric. But
So
did he go back to Tesla which had been having trouble and the board was like, bro, we need that EV
Yeah,
mandate?
it's been widely known
possible.
that most of Elon's like the profit that he makes off the car is not even off the cars; it's off of subsidies from the federal government. A lot of the electric vehicles.
all
Sorry
of
about
the
that.
vehicles.
I mean, it just goes to show it. The consumer does not seem to be highly engaged with the electric vehicle market. You don't see, we're
They
still,
suck.
they do. It's nothing I ever desire to buy. I mean, I understand the purpose, but man, to push it from the top down, I do not approve of that. And, but that's the claim Trump is making. He's saying that that's what pissed Elon off. So I don't know. Elon responded to that, Trump's interview, denying that he saw the bill ahead of time. So Trump is saying he saw it ahead of time, and now Elon, it's been a tit for tat. So this is why we're documenting it. He's saying here, Trump, I'm very disappointed with Elon. I've helped him a lot. He knew the inner workings of the bill better than anybody sitting there. He had no problem with it. All of the sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out we're going to cut the EV mandate. And Elon responded with saying, false. This bill was never shown to me once and was passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. And as we know, Marjorie Taylor Greene has said she voted on it and she did not read it and she regretted it. So that gives you Nancy Pelosi vibes. We have to pass the bill to find out what's in it. I don't like that.
Yeah,
it needs to be much more condensed. That's no good.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought of that. I've been waiting to see a Republican say we need to pass it to see what's in it.
They've pretty much all but said that at this point, and that just makes me think I'm never joining the GOP. I'm going to be remaining independent for the rest of my days. It, you know, with the whole MAGA movement and everything, it made you think, oh, maybe I'll be Republican. I'll
Not
be
me. Not
from
me.
here on out. I'll remain independent. To each his own, though. But Elon, in a string of tweets, starts sharing Trump's old tweets and statements. So he's bringing up stuff from back in 2013. He's using Trump's own words against him. So that is, he's actually skillfully doing it. So he's saying, where is this guy today? And as you can see, Trump criticizing things that we're doing now. It's hard to read. We can get that. But basically saying we could use a balanced budget amendment. Politicians don't have the will to cut spending. So this is back Trump saying, 15 years ago, we need to cut spending. We need to cut spending. And now Elon saying, yeah, where's this guy right now? So that's very interesting. And also one last thing here is Elon went as far as saying Trump would have lost the election without him. He says, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and Republicans would be in 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. What do you guys think of that? He's saying Trump has no gratitude, like he handed him the election.
I don't believe that. I mean, I didn't vote for Elon Musk.
Me
Elon
too.
Musk, it's great that he's kind of based now or whatever, but I never saw him as a political figure that had any. I mean, he has a little bit of sway for sure, but
I think RFK brought more people to the dance than Elon in the long run.
Completely agree.
100%.
Because he has a base of his own off the bat already. He ran a campaign. Elon just basically threw money at the problem and had X to contribute as well.
Parroted what was going on and joined in.
the Democrats did themselves in with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
So I want to say, as someone who had a big problem at the end of Trump's first term, he had like zero excitement for me whatsoever. The first thing was the assassination and him doing the fight. That was the big thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that being spread was on Twitter. And then the other was when he did the McDonald's and that. And the reason those spread and finally gave him that meme energy back was 100% because of X. It would not have happened if
and driving the garbage truck too.
Garbage truck as well. And then he finally had that meme energy back. And if it weren't for X, it wouldn't have even mattered. Or it might have never even started back up again.
Agreed.
I absolutely agree.
Right, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say X more than Musk himself. Him buying X was more of a factor.
Exactly right. It's the free speech, the methods with which to convey this message. I think that's what got us over the edge. I do agree with that.
And then that's the problem is he dumped an insane amount of money into Twitter. If you guys remember, he tried to back out of it because he said there's so many bots, and then they forced him to buy it for an absurd amount. He's managed to get the valuation, I believe, back up to there now, but it was a huge hit to him financially, and then he dumped so much money into the election. So I get why he feels the way he does.
So
give me more receipts. Give me more receipts about what you don't like about this bill. Like, come on, buddy.
So I think what you said, Erwin, he feels a sense of ownership over the situation. Like, I gave you so much, and you're not bending to me. You know?
And less even that, and more how he says, and it's more the ingratitude that he feels.
Yes. Absolutely. Maybe he feels like he's not being able to bend Trump's ear as much. I don't know, but we don't know the inner workings of it all.
I know, but it's ridiculous because Trump blows smoke up everyone's ass, the worst people's, but Elon is too far for him.
Also enjoys it blowing up his ass too, though. Apparently,
I think we do have the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object of ego here.
Well, he was going to give Elon a position on the Doge thing or whatever, and then Elon backed out of that for whatever reason.
Because his companies were suffering. And then I think he went back and the board said, bro, we're screwed. We need that EV mandate.
Mm-hmm. And here, Elon goes on saying that that he supports EV, solar, and incentive cuts, something which Trump said he was upset about. So Elon's essentially saying, you're accusing me of supporting an EV mandate. No, I don't. I support cutting that, actually. So this is where the receipts have to come into play. Who said what, when, where, and why, basically. Because you guys brought up a great point. Elon, I have heard him say, I do not support EV mandates. You should have the right to choose that stuff, you know.
So what is it then? He's not giving receipts on this alleged pork. I keep hearing about pork. It's defense and like border stuff, and I haven't seen anyone show receipts on more pork. There's problems with like AI and stuff, which is what Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't like, and I would like to see some receipts of this pork. Even like the CBO who said it was going to cost a bunch just had to come out and say actually there is going to be a decrease in the deficit spending. So give me some receipts, Elon. Like tell me what is wrong with it.
Well, he needs to start showing, and we're going to show a lack of receipts here in a minute. This was what really stirred this up today. He made a couple claims that we're going to be going over, so that's kind of interesting. So he's saying here what was said was not said. Elon then calls for a reconciliation bill to be killed in the Senate. Elon says it's time for a new... This is where it really kicks off, guys, today. Elon asks if it's time for a new political party in America. He did a poll. And then Trump...
Every time a new one's created, it fails anyway. So.
Yeah, let's look at this. Trump suggested today that Elon has Trump derangement syndrome. That's Trump's claim of Elon today, that Elon apparently has TDS now. So let's see what the president had to say.
Things are happening in this room. And I'll tell you, he's not the first. People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly, and some of them embrace it, and some of them actually become hostile.
Some of them,
I don't know what it is. It's sort of
let's pause that. Some of them embrace it, then some of them become hostile. What do you think of that initially?
Did he just accuse Elon of having penis envy, essentially?
Some people leave it.
That's what it sounds like.
Essentially, you know. So let's see what else he had to say about
derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But we have it with others too. They leave, and they wake up in the morning, and the glamour's gone. The whole world.
The glamour's gone.
And they become hostile. I don't know what it is. Someday you'll write a book about it and you'll let us know. Yeah.
Not sure that's the best take. I'm a Trump fan. I'm a Trump voter, but that personally not the best take there. What do you guys think individually?
The newest Clarkson's Farms by chance? Anyone?
I haven't seen it.
Not yet.
No. I won't bring it up then. Okay, well, all right. I won't bring it up then.
I've never watched the show. I want to watch it from beginning to end at some point. I hear
I'm probably never going to watch it.
His like assistant went off and got like popular, and when he comes back, he starts telling them, "Oh, you're acting up because we're used to everyone, treating you real nice."
Okay.
But really, it was a lot of projection from Jeremy Clarkson, and that's how this feels. Where it's like he might be a little right, but there's also some projecting, and there's
you're saying
there's so much passive aggressive wife feel like energy in all of this.
So you're basically saying he's given the vibes of like, well, if you criticize me, it's because you're jealous type of thing, basically. Essentially.
Trump is always roasting everyone, and then when roast, and Elon always has hot opinions. Did one of his hardcore characters die in a video game or something? He woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know.
The guy he was paying to play that one game stopped playing.
Yeah.
It escalates, and it keeps escalating, and at some point someone has to say, I'm the bigger man, but when you're billionaires, you have too much money. You don't have to ever say.
I don't foresee that. I do not foresee that happening, and this is where it escalated to today. This is from today.
No, yeah. All he had to do was just be nice and just stop talking about it.
He couldn't leave it alone, though. He said Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. He says he went crazy.
I mean,
that
turned out to be kind of true. So.
But is anyone really surprised? Trump has done this in the last, the last time he was in office too. He could just, just shut up, just let it be. But just his ego. I don't know if it's his ego or whatever it is.
He addresses everything. It's what he does.
Yeah. Every time anybody goes against him, he attacks them, just like Rand Paul, Thomas Massie.
Well, remember when he put out Lindsey Graham's phone number publicly one time? Remember?
No, were you serious?
When he pissed him off, yeah, he's like, "Here's Lindsey Graham's phone number. Let him know what you think." So the last thing he said too was the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised
No.
that Biden didn't do it. Not sure that's the method to do it.
Deport them all is the easiest way to save money in
Yeah.
our budget.
Exactly.
It's the
Remigration.
easiest.
Send them out. That we need to buckle down on. They did break records recently at ICE, but they need to buckle down, deport them all. I totally agree
But
with that. It's a
Okay,
big loss of money for us.
but then that's the BBBBBBB. So
You have to fund them too.
do we
It
support
has
it
a
now?
lot of border security and deportation money in that thing.
That's what I'm saying. We're in it. It's like both sides are right and both sides are wrong and fully retarded, and
You
not
make a
willing to
point.
admit it. And
So here's the big
Ah.
one. Here's the big one, guys. I need to get everybody's opinion on this. Elon Musk accused Trump of being in the Epstein files. This was the one when this hit me, it took my breath away. So look, Elon Musk posted, I saw it the minute he posted it, I saw this. Time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. And then under that, he says, mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. So starting from the top, Cornboy, what's your initial impression of this post?
I mean, there has always been a lot of data and reporting on Trump's dealings with Epstein in the past. I don't know what all extra could be said about it, but I'd like to know if there's anything more.
I would too. I'd be I'm fully for disclosure, but these claims he's making, he's got to show the receipts. I mean, Erwin, have you seen any receipts to show anything he's suggesting here?
Talked about pre-stream. This reminds me of the divers when he had an idea to rescue the kids, and one of them was like, "Nah, that's a dumb idea," and then he's like, "You're a pedo," and then the guy's like, "You're sued." It's that energy. 100%. And also Roger Stone has been on like Alex Jones a bunch and whatnot, and he's talked about all this stuff. He's also knows a lot about things like Epstein and JFK and Nixon and all that stuff. And yeah, he's Teflon Don. He's also doesn't drink or smoke or do any of that stuff. He also gets supermodels. So I feel like Elon Musk is making a fool of himself here.
I fully agree. This is a massive.
I mean, if he's
Elon
just
L,
talking
in my
about
opinion.
the stuff that everyone already knows, it's going to look bad for him.
Absolutely. So, I mean, Nerd Slap, what do you think of this post? This is the first time we're really seeing it right now.
I mean, I gotta be honest. If he was in the files, it really wouldn't surprise me because you got to think about it. They're all friends with each other, or at least they used to be. They used to all run in the same circles, go to the same parties. They all knew the same people. I mean, it's bound to be, at least somewhat true. Maybe he didn't.
You run into people.
Trump,
exactly.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
Trump-
he didn't do anything, but
Trump kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago because he was going there to try to recruit girls.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
I
when we
believe
have that,
that's why he eventually got arrested too. Was I think Trump pushed for it.
Yep.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't think he ever did anything. Maybe he just went there for like the parties, but then once he saw how they were, maybe he never went back. Who knows? But it wouldn't surprise.
Well, that's how it is with people. You hang around people and you see their true nature, and it's like, okay, then you pull back, and that's what Trump did. Like Erwin said, kicked them out of Mar-a-Lago. So
me. Exactly.
we have that receipt. That's an historical thing that happened. What were you going to say?
Well, rich dudes do have private jets, and you're not like flying around all the time. So a lot of having a private jet is to fly other people around too, to let them use your
Yes.
private jet. It's very much so a thing.
It's a give and take. You
like
ride my plane one time, I'll ride your plane one time. Yeah.
Like Matt Groening from The Simpsons apparently got his feet rubbed and has the most disgusting feet ever. Do I think he was doing like Moloch, eyes wide shut rituals? Probably, maybe not necessarily. Now, are some of the people on that list doing that? Clintons? Yeah, probably. But also, probably not all of them. And that's
I
why
agree.
everyone's like, put all the evidence out, do it. And I'm like, guys, it's a large dragnet, and we're going to torch and pitchfork them all when it's got a bit more nuance than torch and pitchfork them all.
And like you mentioned too, or when you always mention, you got to protect victims' names too. That's a big part of it. And I totally agree with that, because some people aren't going to consent to having their information out there, and that's part of the legal process. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys
And
think?
if it was bad, would they need the Russian hoax and the impeachment
No.
hoax and the Ukraine hoax? They could have went with this from day one if they actually had anything truly evil in it.
Well, just quickly on top of that, it reminds me of the Gina Carano quote: "Don't try to destroy my life with lies when I can destroy yours with the truth." That's very applicable here, I think. And
So,
I think that's what we're seeing.
Pops, you didn't get a go. Do you think Teflon Don is going to survive these Epstein allegations?
You know what? I'm not sure because we already know that Trump was on the flight logs. We do know that. We do know as far as that he knew Jeffrey Epstein, and because he was a big financier during those times, and but like we don't know if he actually went to the island. Now, as far as we know, he didn't go to the island. And yes, and just like you guys said earlier, that when Epstein was at Mar-a-Lago, Trump saw what he was trying to do and kicked him out of there and all that stuff. We know that, but in this time of deceit and lies and subversion and all this, we don't really even know what really, like, we don't know as regular citizens out in just regular people, we don't really know, you know what I mean?
Right.
And when was it Pam Bondi or whatever was going to release the Epstein files and it never dropped or whatever, there's a part of me that's kind of like, okay, that's a little bit weird. So I'm not sure, quite honestly. I don't know. My thing with Trump is that I've always been cautious. I've always been skeptical, and I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely possible.
The rich do live vastly different lives than us.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole different ball game, whole different world, and what they know, we don't know. So, I mean,
That's very true.
Yeah, I mean, Elon, you got the receipts? Show it.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see this.
got it,
He's
show
making
it.
this claim.
Yeah.
Elon, please, by all means, back it up. Show us. If you can
I
prove
have-
us wrong, do it, please.
I have the PDF of the bill. I've got the PDF of the BBB
Praise
pulled
it.
up. Take a screenshot and tell me where you have the problems. You have any sort of evidence? Anonymous sources have told me this is what's actually in the. Any sort of receipt would be nice, other than mark this post for the future. Trust me, bro.
Exactly. I don't. That's sassy as hell. That's like gay man vibes with the mark the post for the future. That's like, look at what I'm gonna prove. Okay, So
Can I just add one more thing? Jake Martin in the chat actually he makes a really good point. Is that if Donald Trump really did go to the island and all that, the Democrats would have used that. They would have weaponized that earlier, for sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
But also, if you're smart, you might save that. You might save that bit of information to when he's actually a president. So it could be it could be a art of war type of tactical thing.
That's very true. Long-term strategy. Yeah.
James Comey's daughter was the one that helped cover it up. James Comey's finally getting questioned for his 8647, and the FBI coming after him for many other reasons. They found a tranche of documents he had hidden somewhere and whatnot. And all of a sudden, Elon and Trump are no longer best friends.
Yes, and Elon gets a black eye all of a sudden. What happened there?
Didn't Donald Trump watch Elon's kids or something? Like, why?
That's what I'm saying.
If he
That
knew
little
that
X.
Trump was a PDF or whatever, which I don't believe, because like they were saying,
We have that pulled up.
if he was on the island, I think we would already know. First of all, and
Or at least I thought.
it's a very opportune time, and no receipts. You can't just say things like this without actually. Like, just show us. Don't say it to us. Show us that he was there. Or something. Like, we do know for a fact that he was on the jet from New York to Florida and back, because I guess his jet was broken down or something. But
He's not going to have receipts of that, though. For that,
Well, no,
just say, I've
we
been
know that
told
from-
such and such. But from the freaking
Exactly.
BBB, screenshot the dang bill. We have
Yeah,
the
you can at
PDF
least
out.
do that.
Everyone can read it.
well, that's the problem.
Okay, so-
like, if he can't come up with receipts for one thing and he can't come up with receipts for another thing, it's like he's getting real hard to trust.
Look at this. Steve posted this. Steve Loves Ammo. Great guy. He says, if President Donald Trump is everything that they're saying he is, then why did this happen? Look at that's little X going on. What is it? Marine One Airport. That's Marine One, right? The chopper. Look at that. He's Uncle Trump. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Hey, there's
Elon
plenty of
saying
uncles
that.
that done weird ass stuff.
I know.
I mean?
I know, but still, like, if Elon had any suspicion of this, like, do you really think Elon, of all people, would allow his kid
Look at
around?
Trump's kids. Trump kids
That's
are
a good point.
completely
That's actually
normal people.
Yeah.
It's not like
Trump's-
freaking Ashley
exactly.
Biden's diary.
Way more
or
stand-up
something.
people than they ought to be, considering their situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna finish out this chain real quick. Then we got a few more things I would like to tackle. We just gonna look through this chain, wrapping up what happened today. So what happened after this? Trump responded saying that he doesn't mind Elon turning against him. He doesn't mind it, I guess. So what does he say about this? This is on Truth Social. I don't, and he even says, turning against me. This is like Revenge of the Sith, you turned against me type of phrasing. So
Yeah.
you were my brother, Elon.
He was
Exactly.
chosen.
I don't mind
Well,
Elon turning against me, but he should have done this months ago. No, he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. It's a record cut in expenses, $1.6 trillion, and the biggest tax cut ever given. If this bill doesn't pass, there will be a 68% tax increase and things far worse than that. I didn't create this mess. I'm just here to fix it. This puts our country on a path of greatness, make America great again. So what's your initial impressions of this? You know, top down again. Elon turning against me. What do you think of this?
Well,
Anybody?
shoot. I mean, if Elon may have enough pull to turn some people against it, and you know he's got to nip that in the bud before it happens. I guess his whole term rides on this as the beginning of running the government that he needs.
I totally agree. Yeah, and I agree with Just JK here. Elon is opening himself up to a lawsuit if he isn't careful.
I just went ahead and pulled out the article to remind myself. Elon Musk calls British diver in Thai cave rescue pedo and baseless attack. And I'm reading up because I kind of forgot what happened, and it's literally what is happening right now.
Really?
Just the double, yeah, because he ended up doubling down on it. He said he was gonna build his own little mini sub to prove that he's right. Apparently, he actually ended up winning the defamation suit, though. So hey, that's nice.
So this sounds like a repetitive Elon thing, then essentially, is what it's sounding like. Yeah, there's people even taking polls. Do you think Elon's on substances? Do you think he's off? You know, we don't.
I thought
know.
he loved ketamine. Didn't he tweet that one time?
Who doesn't love ketamine?
Yeah, he accidentally did 2 scoops of gamer subs.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't foggers.
Yeah, they turn Nerd Slap. Speaking of that, I remember you talked about that. That company went woke. But what's your impression of this, Nerd Slap? This tweet or Elon turning against me?
Well, I'm kind of wondering if somebody has some kind of dirt on Elon that's bad enough to where he would do this. But it's at the same time, it's like he also does just kind of sound like another disgruntled employee that just got fired, you know? So it's like...
You say disgruntled ex-employee. I'm saying spurned lover.
Spurned lover.
I mean, yeah they were...
Yeah,
they had their romance going on.
Yeah.
Well, we do. Let me see if I can find that. I can't find it right now. But remember, Elon said back in. I'm not going to say it because it's going to get clipped. But you remember what he said. Fine.
Well, I don't. What did he say?
Fine.
What did he
Okay.
say?
Elon,
You said words.
I'll
can't
say the
see
tweet
you.
since I can't
Isaac.
find it.
Big. No, we can't see you, Isaac. Where is he? I'm too old. I can't see him.
I'm like full screen.
And then quote it. Yes. What was
Elon
it?
Musk said, "I love Donald Trump as much as any straight man can love another man." So it was very interesting.
Oh, you've said
thing
way
to
worse.
say. Yeah. How do
Now,
I do
wait. Could you
that
say
again?
I love and then just move your mouth without saying anything and then the rest?
No. So it's very interesting that he said that, and I don't know.
I mean,
So
Elon's
we
only
gotta
been
wrap-
on the Trump train
Yeah.
for like what, a few months now. He voted for
I'll say it was
Obama and Biden, and then
Oh,
I think,
God.
yeah, some of that.
Yeah, he loves China too. 4 months ago was when he did the "I love him, I'm super gay" tweet.
Yeah, it was just 4 months ago, January-ish, the end of January. Yeah, so how things have changed, how lovers break apart. But in today, Elon says that SpaceX will be decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft in response to Trump threatening to terminate
no.
Elon's governmental contract. So
So sad.
that's wild,
Please
man.
don't
Look at
go.
Yeah. It's like I'm taking my CD player too.
Taking
You
my
know, when
toys,
we break
yeah.
up. You know,
He's
Taking
his-
my fallen and going home.
Yeah, taking
Exactly.
toys from the sandbox, taking all the toys back home. Sounds like
This is the no. It's Spurn Lover. I'm taking the dog. Is what this one.
I
Yeah.
can't ride my
Yeah.
bike anymore.
I'm taking
If
a
I-
Cybertruck.
Yeah, exactly. If I can't have it, nobody can. So the easiest way Trump said today, to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate the Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised Biden didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. In light of the president's statement about the cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Wow, that's some petty behavior, I think, from Elon. Trump's just saying, hey, we're going to do some budget cuts. Elon's stomping his feet. That is nuts, man. That is nuts. And that's, I agree here.
Deportation.
Yeah, what were you going to say, Yo Bubs?
I just want to say that at this point, now that I'm seeing all this, I am 110% convinced this is all just a drama. The world is just a stage, and we are just the viewers.
Circus show.
It's just a show. It's all just a show at this point. Nothing meaningful's happening.
Kanye tweet?
There's literally
Yeah,
just.
well, I am on that page. I'm on that
forth.
tab right now.
Yeah.
I am on that tab right now.
Yeah. Well,
So-
Yo Pops had an excellent transition for us.
Well, first of all, I do have this. This is from Jay, and they don't understand the things they say on Twitter. So basically,
Come on, Ye.
Ye
Bring 'em back
said,
together,
"No,
come on."
please, no. We love you both so much.
Bring
Don't do it. Get back together.
Make him kiss.
So-
Make him kiss. Oh my God! If there were someone to
No.
push their heads together, make them kiss, it would be Kanye. Oh my God!
Oh.
Wait. So
Well-
we are. The talk is we need to have those. Oh my God! Well, to get those two on Rogan, but I think we need to get those two
Yeah.
and Kanye on Rogan.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Is that? I mean,
No, it's real.
never know.
Yeah, it's
that was-
real.
Yeah, it's got to be real.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's
a
real.
filter, isn't it?
Only haters say it's AI. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We got what's the next tab? I
What's
was
up,
gonna say-
Ronan?
Yeah, this is from oh yeah. What was I gonna look up? Gerald A. Morgan Jr. You know, whatever. Say what
Oh,
you want
God.
about him. But
Yeah, don't make.
I-
Don't tell me I agree with him. I hate agreeing.
I
with Gerald.
know. You can't make the claim and imply that President Trump was tied to Epstein in a meaningful way and come back from that. It's absolutely over for Musk. What a childish thing to do. Man, I agree with Gerald. I agree with Gerald personally.
Surprisingly, yeah,
Oh,
I
is
actually
this,
agree with Gerald.
Is this
Yeah.
Crowder Gerald? Or
This is
Uh-huh.
Crowder Gerald. Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Not Jared Fogle.
No, I thought it was just Salente or Jared.
Did they let him out?
Never mind.
I have no idea. I don't think so.
I would hope not.
No, this is not Jared Fogle from
Subway.
Subway. So
Surprisingly,
I don't know, man.
I do agree with Gerald.
Oh my God! So
Surprisingly.
basically, they're doing the tit for tat escalation, and then turned out Elon had a bunch of prefab houses on trucks where all of a sudden their roofs opened up, and then he went and attacked Trump's nuclear triad.
Essentially.
the Russian
Like level of escalation. Like, oh, fuck.
essentially. So I know Nerd Slap. You got to get going.
Oh, me
I've
too,
got
actually.
some things. All right, we'll get.
Wait, you seen Ballerina too?
Not
I'd like
tonight,
to.
but soon.
Go
Yeah, seems like a good
follow Nerd Slap. Go check him out. He's got the Nerd Files. We got good things going on over there. And go check him out. Drop his links in the chat if you see it. And we appreciate you coming on, man. So thanks for being on here and giving us your honest opinions on the situation. And appreciate you as always. And where else can people find you?
You can find me mainly over on my Kick channel. I do games and stuff over there, but I'm trying to get more into the YouTube side of things. So this Sunday, we're going to be doing an episode of the Nerd Files, and if all goes according to plan, we're going to do it live. So should be a
Nice.
fun one.
Nice.
Very nice.
But
Very nice.
yeah,
Looking forward to it.
Thought
it
that
was
was
fun
me.
coming on. So
No,
Well,
let's go
it's
see
what kind of
Ballerina.
standpoint?
It's the most I've ever seen you talk, Nerd Slap. If that's your real name, I liked it.
it's well, technically, my real name is Nerd Slap.
7 out of 10.
Thank you.
I dig it. Thanks for coming on,
That's
man.
what-
Last minute. We appreciate you a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. See you guys later.
Have a good one. And Erwin, you got to go see Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off
what-
movie. Huh?
That's what my phone
Oh,
says.
that's what that is. Okay.
Heck yeah. Let us know what you
Gay
think about it. I
stuff
look
you
forward to
want.
hearing what you say on stream. I'm a big John Wick fan, so
And everybody
We'll see.
subscribe to Erwin, and you may see some familiar faces this Tuesday night on his show.
I
That's
just
right, you
hope
may.
there's Anna de Armas side boob. Just come on, please. That's all I'm
At
asking for.
least.
or
Least
but is
acceptable.
acceptable.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Well-
Check me out pre-FNT 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I'll be doing my side boob review or ballerina review.
We will be watching.
Bye everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you,
Hey,
Erwin.
dude.
Alrighty. So, man, let's pull up just a couple more things if you guys are still interested, and we'll
Yeah.
get your opinions on that. We have from Sovereign Bra on X. He made a very good point here, and I think it's worth talking about. That Elon just forced Trump's hand. The only way for Trump to clear his name is to release the Epstein files in full. Now, I think that's a good point because now people are speculating, is Trump, is he potentially involved in any of the stuff that he was accused of him, essentially? And I think this is a good opportunity, maybe. Hey, I don't think Trump's involved. Release the files, though. Let us see what you got, maybe. Now's as good a time as ever. What do you guys think of that? This point being made here.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely release the list. I don't care who's on it. If Trump's on it, then throw his ass in prison too. But I almost guarantee you he's not on that list. And
I agree.
so that's an even better reason.
Well, I'm
to
not
release
even
it.
looking for a list. I'm looking for all the investigations. Who were they investigating and why? What kind of parts were alleged, and the whole
We
thing.
know what was going
Not
on there.
looking
We just
for
want to
anything.
know who was there, who's guilty.
Isn't that the problem though? It never was investigated, so there is no, court
really
documents.
wasn't,
There's no police reports.
They have
or
not
anything like
thoroughly
that.
looked through it. No, they
Yeah.
haven't. You're right.
So
So
it
that's
would
what
just
we want.
be evidence. It would have to. Well,
I mean, they
that's-
raided the island and it pretty much emptied it out and didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Where are these rumored tapes that he had, and can they not describe them to us and who was on it?
Right.
Exactly. So that's what we want to know. We're not saying we demand convictions immediately. We don't expect overnight results, but we want to see the train start getting down the tracks, start the process, start the investigation, and let us know what you find. I think that's reasonable. So
Yeah, anything more than just a piece of paper with blacked out fucking text all over the place.
yeah.
exactly.
Or some press release that
Don't
Pam
piss
Bondi
on me
was,
and call it rain.
that
Right, yeah.
press
Exactly.
release thing that she was doing. Oh, we got it right here. No, you don't got nothing. It was just what was I don't even know. I don't want to take too much time, but it's like what was even on that piece of that packet she was, flailing around in front of the White House.
It was all stuff that we'd already known before.
Right.
Nothing new, and she's building it up for the hype. And I agree with Jake here. I think, sadly, if we're being honest, I don't think we're ever going to see it. And I think it's probably destroyed by now, evidence, and it will probably never reach the public, sadly. And yeah, exactly. So I don't know, guys. It's
What's going on?
rough situation to be in. Yeah. Good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. We will see if we can hit just a couple more subjects from this today. Let me see what we have. Yeah, it's been a crazy turn of events.
Like I said, this is just
Oh,
turning into a freaking drama. That's all. It's a TV drama.
Way more drama than it should be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is something I want to go over, and we're going to be careful with scrolling, but this is Elon's page, and as you can notice from the behavior today, I got a little ticked, and I did unfollow Elon. Whatever, to each his own. If you guys follow him, I totally
I
understand.
don't know
but
if I ever
me,
did follow him.
Yeah,
me personally, I unfollowed him. I was kind of getting
I
sick
might
of
go.
seeing all the spurging out and complaining. So he did say here 5 hours ago, is it time to create, I'll zoom in on that. Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle? So that's crazy. And mind you, this dude wasn't born in America. This dude's an African, and he's talking about building a new American party. That's crazy. I mean, what do you guys think of that? A new party headed by Elon?
To me,
No.
when I see this, this is just, it seems like he's just trying to sow seeds of discontent into a political thing that's already fractured in so many ways, so polarized. And this is not going to help. This is not going to help at all. It's going to be distracting, and it just, whatever progress that we've made as the MAGA movement, if whatever you want to say, is going to bring it 100 years back. If he tries to do this, if he tries to fund this, and that's not even saying it's going to work. More than likely, 90% it's not going to work. Come on,
they always.
I'm not sure that he even
haven't had a third
specifically
parties
wants
don't
to
mean
create
nothing.
one. I'm not sure that he wants to head a new political party. Yeah, we have the independent party that most people.
Well, we have
belongs to.
libertarians, and they can't even pull 3%.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, that too.
That was the whole point. That's the reason why Trump went with the Republicans, because it was a tactical decision to
Yeah.
essentially,
He's a
for lack of better
classic
words,
Democrat.
infiltrate. Yeah, to
He's
infiltrate.
literally a Democrat back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much all the most popular Republicans are former Democrats these days.
Look at the entire administration: Tulsi, RFK, Trump himself. You know, I mean,
Been a
all
lot of
former
average people. I've
Democrats.
talked to a ton of people that basically switched sides when Hillary
all
Clinton
the
was running
sane
because
Democrats came over.
Everyone knew
Right.
knew Hillary was a crooked, evil person.
And that's the thing. You make the point, Hillary. You know, these people did not go to the right. They didn't become more conservative. The Democrat Party drifted to the
Right.
radical left.
Yeah.
They gave into the extremes, and that's where many people felt politically homeless. And that's where we're getting to this.
And now
today.
they're calling classical liberals Nazis.
I know.
Can you see the results without voting, or can you just vote?
No, I
through Zoom?
cannot. I can't.
I'll
I tried. I
just
wish
say
I
no.
could. Yeah, you're right about that. Screw that. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
2.8 million votes, and 81% said yes. Time to create a new party. That is crazy. I did not expect that.
Just
So,
remember, that's worldwide, though. So,
that's very
Oh.
true. So that's a bunch
Yeah.
of stupid British people voting. So
Just a pipe
probably a
dream,
lot
I
of
say.
Chinese bots.
yeah, look at this. Elon reposting this.
Sex bots.
Yeah, I hate that this needs to be clarified. No, Elon did not criticize Trump personally first. Trump criticized Elon first. Elon
Semantics.
criticized Trump's bill first. Trump commented on Elon around June 5th during a press conference, and it's like, it's all just he said, she said, school gimmicks, you know. I don't like it.
Hollywood,
I don't like it.
High school
Look at-
drama.
he's-
Oh, he did it first.
Exactly. He's just reposting anybody that's supporting him at this point, which he can do, but, you know, be a little impartial, I think, you know, listen to both sides as well. And Elon, here it's another post. Elon's stance is principle. Trump's stance is practical. Tech needs Republicans for the present. Republicans need tech for the future. Drop the tax cuts, cut some pork, get the bill through. That last portion I do agree with. You know, I do agree with this bill. Drop the tax. Well, wait a minute. Drop the tax.
Wait a minute now.
No, I agree with the cut the pork part, but why would
Yeah,
they want to
wait.
drop the tax cuts?
Maybe
Yeah,
they're talking about like corporate tax cuts and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
possibly.
No.
Yeah.
2018 tax cuts expire this year. So if
Okay.
they don't get that through, your taxes will go up.
Mhm.
Well, going back to what Nerd Wars was saying, like specifically what pork needs to be cut from this, because I haven't read the bill, obviously, so I'm
I
not
haven't
sure.
either.
I know that a lot of bills do have pork. We've seen evidence of it in the past, but this specific bill, what needs to go? 'Cause I personally don't follow politics all that closely anymore. I used to, way before I found like Geeks and Gamers and stuff, but kind of got burnt out.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Same here, same here.
Well, that's why a lot of us here, we've all found each other through the culture war. You know, it's not through
Mhm.
political proper, it's through culture, it's through media, it's through everything else that is encapsulated in this. And that's where we've gotten to this day. And I think most people see it that way now. Look at this, what Elon posted with a eyebrow raise emoji. He's reposting the videos of on
Yeah, this is
1992.
stuff we've been
They're
over
saying,
before. Of course, Trump has
Exactly.
been
Yeah,
to parties
we've
with
seen that
with
million
Epstein.
times.
Everybody's been to a
Dude.
party with Epstein, but Trump was
This
one of
is-
the first people who actually distanced
Called him
himself, called him out, banned him from Mar-a-Lago, and admitted, yes, I was on his plane from New York to Florida and back. Like,
exactly.
he's been transparent about it. Whereas
Exactly.
you can't really say the same thing about.
I mean, they all
No.
look like adults, and the women, they all look
Well, this is
of age.
this is when Trump first initially met him, and he's like, okay, a fellow New York business guy, whatever.
Right.
Then you learn, oh wait, I don't like this guy. There's weird stuff. And like Nagranol said, one of the first guys to say, "Get out of here, Epstein." He
And I'm
disinvited
pretty
him from
sure
being in his
Epstein's
presence.
whole shtick with befriending him was to get compromise on him the whole time.
Very
Mhm,
very
mhm.
likely, very
Yeah.
likely, very likely. That's what they do. He was he was a foreign agent, and he was there to get blackmail on people. That was his mission. So look at this. Elon saying the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. It's quite the statement. You know, a lot of us talk about tariffs. We're pro-tariff, anti-tariff, somewhat indifferent on tariffs, but he's making this claim that's going to put us in a recession by the second half of this year. That is a
Right.
bold,
Lots of claims.
bold
And that's
claim.
why all the other countries of the world tariff us, but we're not allowed to tariff back.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Right.
So why isn't France, in a recession? They've been tariffing us like crazy on our products. Why isn't Mexico? Why aren't all these countries crushed from their own tariffs? But when we do it, suddenly it's going to crush us. I don't understand it. So I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Just looking at his feed here, it's all this. It's all this. Look at another eyebrow raise. He's saying the whole left-wing talking points. The relationship between Trump and Epstein is well
And if
established.
this is where his tweet is coming from, all this rehashed, gone over a million times data, then he might get sued over that.
That's very likely. That is potential slander, potentially. Not trying to be a legal expert, but it seems that way. And I mean, what do you guys think of this fact? Think of this. He's reposting saying that the relationship between Trump and Epstein is well established. Trump flew on Epstein's plane 7 times, though it's not clear. He landed on the island, blah, blah, blah. So if Elon believes it was well established, why did he endorse him and donate to him so eagerly? If he believes this, what could be the reason for that?
Well, that's the thing. It's politics. It's politics. You know what I mean? That's the name of the game, and that's the reason. I voted for Trump both times. Whatever for all 3 times. I would vote for a 4th if I could. But here's the thing. I am still very skeptical, and because once it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a county commissioner, to the mayor, to the governor, to the president. You could go on your campaign and you could talk about, I want to reform this, I want to change that, I want to cut this, we're going to get all this wasteful spending, we're going to no more wars and all that. But the reality is, once you get into the positions of power, there's palms you have to grease. There's things you have to do. You have to kiss the ring once you get in there. If not, nothing's going to get done, or at best,
look at the
nothing's going
current
to get
heads
done.
of the FBI.
Yeah, exactly. At the best, nothing's going to get done, and at the worst, they're going to take you out, whether physically or whether take you out or get you kicked off your
motivation out.
Yeah. So it's not surprising. It's not surprising. Like, it just at this point, I've come to the conclusion this whole country needs a hard reset. Whatever you want to take from that, that's your interpretation. I'm not saying do anything illegal, nothing like that. But I'm just saying that the usual course of action, the regular avenues that we take through voting, it's done.
We just can't keep kicking the can down the road.
It's in the Constitution. We can literally, I don't want to say destroy, but
we can reform
the entire
it's
government.
Our duty to reform the government. Yes.
Yeah, that's the version.
As one of the founders said, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Essentially. So I think you're right, Yo Pops. I think we are approaching times ahead. Whatever form that may take, we'll see when we get there. But we're approaching times where the country
makes it happen.
Exactly.
Though you never know.
We don't know, and we pray that things can be done as excellently as possible. Wouldn't it be awesome? You could just flip a switch and everything was worked out. That's obviously the goal.
The Republicans and the Democrats don't. They like how the government works right now.
They're making a lot of money.
Yeah. If you look at history, or just even the past 50 years, it just flips. It's like Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat.
Yes. 2 heads of the same
Everything gets more
stake.
expensive. The politicians get richer, we get poorer.
Yes.
Absolutely. And all their friends get richer and we get poorer. Yep.
It's every 4 years. It's just you just decide who's gonna screw you over the next 4 years, essentially.
You want the turd sandwich or the a-hole?
The giant douche.
Giant douche.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, is I'm gonna say. Yeah, lost my train of thought.
But I think it's a lot of great points. We're going to have a lot of assessing to do. And as we say too, with MAGA, with whatever form, America first. Further down the road, it's a movement. It's not one man. We love Trump.
Hopefully that spark stays growing. That's what I'm hoping.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a movement, and it lives in all of us. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, yeah. So my point was that Trump was essentially the best thing in a shitty situation, right? And I was actually thinking about this earlier. Was like at best, if Trump, getting Trump elected, the best thing that could happen is we're going to have some reforms, right? Or at least it's going to slow down a lot of stuff that's been causing a lot of problems in this country. At the worst, I'm sorry, not like okay. So, well, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. My whole thing was like, it was a 50-50 shot, right? Either he could change things, reform stuff, or it was just going to be just more shit on a pile of shit, which it wouldn't even matter. Like, you get what I'm saying? So,
right.
Like,
and we were hoping for the best, regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
We were hoping for the best.
Well, I mean, I think Trump was the clear choice. Obviously, when it comes to Hillary Clinton, we would be in a fucking way worse place. And Kamala Harris, like, there wasn't really any other choice.
I mean,
like,
look what
Trump
we
could be a
got with
terrible
Biden
president,
for 4 years. It was probably the worst 4 years of my life.
But you know what though?
I
The
agree.
thing about Biden, I truly believe that Biden needed to win. Biden needed to go in there for those 4 years, because if Trump would have gone in when Biden was in, nothing would have changed. Like, it would have just been the same thing from the previous, with all the slander, and that's what it would have been. Like, we needed Biden to go in there to show the American people how effed
To
up
remind
everything
people
really was.
how easily they forgot after Obama.
It's a wake-up
Obama
call.
enabled the Trump's first victory, and then people forgot in 4 years how bad it was.
Yep.
They got complacent, just like that quote I said again. Eternal vigilance. It's the cycle of history. Strong men create good times. And then we had good times for 4 years under Trump. It was good, man. We didn't really have any new foreign wars. We were quelling the conflicts. We were feeling good, and we got complacent. And then 2020 happened, and some interesting things happened in that election. We can, to say the least. But
anomalies, yes.
Yeah, anomalies. It was up some. They borrowed a few things here and there. It happens. But needless to say, yeah, exactly. Move a few boxes around with a moving truck here and there at night. 3 a.m. whatever. But needless to say, I think that was a necessary wake-up call, like you said, and I don't think that's a mistake that we as a country will hopefully not be making again in the future. It's woken us up to be. We're paying much more attention.
11 more years. That's what I'm hoping.
I'm hoping
Best
too.
I can hope for.
I'm hoping too. I totally agree. So I'd like to pull up one more post while we're here. This is a Razor Fist post on X. And regardless, people have their feelings about Razor Fist, but I think this was a good point being made here. Try to look at things objectively. This is responding to Elon saying President Trump has. Wait a minute. Yeah, President Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason why they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. So that's Elon. We already read that, what he said. But Razor Fist says to that, nice try, but we have the logs. He was never on the Lolita Express. So if he's in the files, how'd he get there? Teleportation? There is a minus 1,000% chance Elon has seen the Epstein files. This is just Elon's, I'll go to war on this. F you, H-1B visa meltdown all over again. That's the part. That reminds you. Remember thinking back, the H-1B visa thing. That was an entire toddler-level meltdown. He said, I want cheap workers. I want to bring a bunch of people from over wherever the heck and replace American workers. And he just freaked out over it. So,
I agree with most of this, but we do know that he was on the Lolita Express.
No, that's what they called the flights to the island.
That's the bad one. That's the bad one.
So that
Epstein
was a different
yes.
private jet. Okay.
Yes, Epstein had multiple forms of transportation, yeah. And the Lolita was the Bill Clinton, Tom Hanks, other type of situation. So, yeah.
Can I just make one point?
Absolutely.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to mute that, but I guess I went through. But
no, you did mute it.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyways, in politics, no one supports anyone just because they believe in their cause or because they like that person. There's always a quid pro quo to everything in this game. Mm-hmm. Always. No, they could be the greatest person. They could be, they could be the greatest person. They could be the most moralist person, whatever. But once you get into that game, and you're supporting a politician, this and that. Not just like not us giving $10, $20. I'm talking about billions, millions, billions of dollars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
there's a give and take from that. Always, almost always a give and take.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you know
Like
that's
friends
just
to
the
There's-
reality.
neighbors.
There is never a big donor that doesn't expect anything in return, ever.
Exactly.
Ever. I don't believe it exists. There's no such thing as a good faith, even if it's not some immoral stuff, even if it's just like, hey, if I run into hard times in the future, I expect you got my back, man. I supported you, that type of thing. Like even Trump, we have the records of Trump donated to candidates that he hated back in the day in New York, Democratic mayoral candidates, even though he was a Democrat, like he endorsed people that he despised just because he was in the business. You need to be on good terms.
That's business.
part of
That's
it.
exactly business, especially in that amount of money type of business.
Yes.
That's just the way it goes. You grease both hands, both palms of both sides, because you never know when the next person's going to get in and what they're going to do. So you're hedging your bets
Hedging
all
your
the time.
bets, Yep. You're right.
Absolutely. So I think that's what a lot of what we're seeing here, and I think that's partially contributing to Elon's little meltdown, if that's what you want to call it. So I don't know, man. It's all pretty sus stuff. We can wrap this up in a minute. I don't want to keep everyone around longer than they have to. I want to say thank you. We had 25 people.
Got some
reach
mining to
that
do.
at one time. Yeah, we do. We just want to say thank you to everyone who dropped a like on the video and stopped by. We appreciate it. And just one last thing, Native Patriot posted to Elon's Epstein claim. This would explain why Cash and Dan Bongino said that Epstein, ended himself in a hostage-like video. So we're wondering, how is this interconnected? How is it, the whole Epstein thing? Yeah, it's suspicious. There's a lot of questions to be raised. I think we
Be
can
more worried about
address that.
Clintons,
Yes, I think
who actually have
there's
a
lot of
track
connections
record.
there.
So
As Erwin said earlier, Arkanside. That's
Mhm.
that's the term that's used, and I think it's fully applicable in a lot of these cases. So I don't know, man. Crazy day. We had to do this emergency stream. I appreciate the turnout. I appreciate all you guys that came on last minute. I think it's a great situation we got going on. I see one last thing, if I can get to this. Nerd Slap sent us something that I think I'm obligated to show on stream.
Yep, you better show
So
that.
that I will do
better not be a
without
meme.
doxing DMs. So, of course, I got to show it. Let me figure this out. Thanks a lot, man. I guess that's me shaking Trump's hand on. He face swapped me onto Elon. So
Nice.
You look like you could
Thanks.
be Elon's kid right there.
I
Kinda
know
looks a little-
his kid, extra chromosome, maybe. We will see. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Nerd Slap, very, very much. I'll return the favor one day. I'll return the favor. So don't you worry about that. But man, so I appreciate you guys. We'll work on outros now. I don't want to push it longer than we have to keep people, But I appreciate you all for stopping by. Cornboy, where can people find you, and what are you up to?
Well, you can follow me on X at Cornboy, and just see me here every Monday night at 8, 7 Central.
8 p.m. Eastern. Yep. So 7 Central for you. So we appreciate that every single Monday night. Yo, Pops, thanks for coming on last minute. Really appreciate you. Always appreciate what you have to say. You have some good insight on this political stuff. And tell people where they can find you. Check you out.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. It's always a pleasure to come on, man. It's always fun, talking
Absolutely.
with you guys. But you can find me, Yo Pops 215 on YouTube, X Kick. On the YouTube side, I've been kind of, lagging it a little bit on content. I'm still trying to figure the ins and outs, what I'm going to do. I do have some ideas I want to do, but nothing fully developed yet. We shall see. But I've been more on Kick right now. Yo Pops 215, just kicking down fresh beats, new tracks, house music all night long, drum and bass, whatever, all EDM, just partying, after party stuff. So come on through. That's where I'm at. Find me.
Absolutely. And I make sure that's some good stuff to just listen to, scrolling Twitter. You got some really good tunes on there. So guys, definitely check them out on Kick, man. There's some good stuff, high energy, and you're killing it over there with the DJing. So Nagardal, thank you last minute for hopping on with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. You can find me on my channel, Nagardal over here. Kicking YouTube. I do mostly just gaming stuff.
What have you been playing lately?
Drop that link too.
Yeah, I will. I just got done playing Doom. doing the Dark Ages, but I still need to do one more stream for that. I'm actually going to be playing Helldivers later tonight with a few people, Kata, Cinevere, and the Fox Strikes Back. So that'll be fun. And then, yeah, just been playing some demos and other stuff. I also want to do more like videos on trailer reactions, especially since we had the State of Play yesterday. So yeah, I got all sorts of gaming stuff over there if you're into that. Check me out. Nice. Drop my link in chat.
I just got to find people to race Mario Kart with now.
I still have not. I have not gotten my Switch yet, but I do. I want one, but $500 is a lot right now.
It's pretty pricey.
You heard it here first. Cornboy says we need more racists in the chat, so I totally agree. I concur. Guys, step up the game. Got to bump those numbers up. So thank you guys. Go sub to Nagadol, go sub to Yopops, and go check out Cornboy. Go drop them a like. Go drop them a follow. And we will catch you this Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, as always. And thanks for stopping by this emergency Golden Age podcast to discuss the news today. So have a good day, chat, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Peace.